So there was an article that kind of crossed across my various Discord viewing parts. With so many Discord servers being in, it's really easy to find things that you can mooch off of. So that's what this is again. It's, but yeah, we'll kind of get into it. So this is an article about like RSS, which in all honesty is one of the simplest ways you can keep track of everything for your different feeds and to syndicate things so that you don't have to worry about an algorithm telling you what to watch, but you can use this to tailor your watching to the things that you're actually interested in and move things in and out. But we will get into the article and see what the arguments are, and then where I agree, and maybe some like other things that could enhance the experience as well. Social media sites are riddled with ads, trackers, and dark patterns. As much as I'd love to avoid using them for privacy reasons or time concerns, it's just not possible to keep up to date with current events without them. So social media is kind of like one of those ingrained things, obviously, in everything. So you go to YouTube to keep up with current events because that's where a lot of media is now, news media. And social media is used to help with that as well. So finding an alternative that can keep you up to date can be really, really challenging. RSS gives you the best of both worlds. For the uninitiated, it is the way to subscribe to websites without having to browse them individually or signing up for newsletters. With a collection of RSS feeds, you can keep up with the latest updates with multiple sources that offer an RSS feed from within your feed reader. Popular sites that offer private public RSS feeds include GitHub, YouTube, Reddit, and Stack Overflow. There are ways to get RSS feeds for other sites like Twitter and Instagram in this document. In addition to how to use and manage your RSS subscriptions, I want to suggest an overall general privacy tip to reduce your digital footprint by visiting privacy-respecting alternative front ends for social media sites like Reddit and YouTube. So this comes down to RSS is really easy and really simple, and it's being as RSS has been around for quite a while. It has a lot of front ends that you can use and easily like add your feed into your favorite podcast app that supports RSS feeds or the like that. So give me 2 seconds. So for example, you could have the application Newsboat, and it would allow you to follow different feeds, so like XKCD, and you would be able to keep up to date on everything going on in here. You can see at the bottom that it's updating all my feeds, so I can browse through them. Oh yeah, and it uses Vim keys. So you can go through and just your feeds if you hit the top then, but yeah. So like the Steam client beta feed and things like that. So a lot more services, like mentioned, will have RSS feeds than sometimes we think. Moving everything to RSS. This might sound somewhat selfish, but I have stopped subscribing following anything anyone online when every interaction on a site is being tracked and used against you to sell your data and serve targeted ads. I don't think this is surprising. Instead, I use my RSS feed reader. There's no need to log into YouTube and subscribe to channels to view uploads from my favorite channels or join subreddits to keep up with top posts on Reddit or follow an account on Twitter. These are things that can be managed with a good feed reader. They're excellent open source solutions to manage your feeds for various platforms. So Newsboat, as I noted, NewPipe, which is one option that I use for watching YouTube videos and keeping track of those feeds. I've actually done a video on NewPipe, I believe, quite a while ago. It will aggregate everything into one feed or into tailored feeds depending on what you want to do. So you can create categories of feeds, and you can create a general feed and so on. And you have the ability to background play stuff. Then you've got AntennaPod for podcasts. In addition to an ad-free experience, it provides the ability to sync your feeds online with a GPod account. So AntennaPod is really nice because you can also subscribe to blogs as well, so you can read a blog post inside of an AntennaPod on top of it. So all these apps support import-export, so you can always be in control of your data. So like NewPipe, I've moved phones 2 or 3 times, and NewPipe's export allows me to export the entire database and have the exact same subscriptions and settings in the new one after I move over. There are cloud-based services to manage your list, like NewsBlur, Quiet RSS, InnoReader, Feedly, as well as self-hosted options like Tiny RSS and Fresh RSS. Getting RSS feeds for various sites. Some sites like YouTube still support RSS feeds for resources on their sites, while others like Twitter do not. The section documents direct links to RSS feeds for various popular platforms. Use these tips to create your own collection or use a pre-made collection like this one. So one thing on top of it is you've got these various sites, and some of these sites actually, depending on the feed reader that you're using, will automatically be able to connect that link to like a YouTube channel, for example, to an RSS feed, and just automatically do that for you without you having to go in and manually add things to get the RSS feed. But anyway, front page. So you've got Hacker News with its different RSS options. Or, yeah. Then you've got like Lobster RSS. So if we click that here, it'll take us around. Now, depending on your browser, you may be able to follow an RSS feed inside of your web browser. So that may be an option too that is not mentioned. But Newsboat makes it really nice and lightweight to do it and keep up with it. So you've got Reddit that does RSS feeds. So it's front page, or maybe a subreddit. You just add .rss to the end. So let's see. So you've got different tags. It looks like you're adding .rss to the tags or what all. And you can link multiple tags together. See, Reddit. So it goes over the different like templates that you've got for, Reddit, RSS feeds, YouTube. So YouTube's interesting because you go feeds, XML, and channel ID. And that's where some other implementations may be able to make it easier on you by putting in by filling all this middle section in for you without you having to think about it, so that you get a feed like this for all the YouTube stuff. Then you've got GitHub with its commits, tags, and releases, so you can keep track of your repositories from a feed reader as well. And then GitLab does about the same thing. You've got Stack Overflow, Twitter. You need to go through Knitter in order to do it. So yeah, that stopped in 2013. Mastodon, depending on the front end, you might be able to do it easier on different front ends, but Fediverse in general, you should be able to find it decently easy. Medium, don't ask me what that is. Let's see, Instagram has RSS feeds. Let's see, removing apps from your phone. So if you're interested in other platforms, the linked GitHub here has you covered. Nostr seems to have it built in pretty well. And then Telegram, if that's your thing. Let's see, video streaming. PeerTube shouldn't be hard, honestly. But let's see, Library and Odyssey. So my gripe is I don't think we really need to think about these two, but I'll get into that in a second, I guess. In addition to taking up more space and bandwidth, mobile apps have more direct access to your personal information than websites. However, a browser configured with an ad blocker like uBlock Origin and Privacy Badger, along with built-in privacy options, enabled, will work across all sites you visit and block all sorts of trackers embedded in them. If you're willing to give up a little bit of convenience for privacy, consider using these privacy-respecting front ends like Knitter, Teddit or LibReddit, or Bibliogram for Instagram. But the question remains, what about features like multi-Reddits or Twitter lists? Well, there are ways around it. For Reddit, if your custom feed has has less than 25 subreddits, you can use the plus trick to join multiple subreddit feeds and save the link as a bookmark. So like, for example, this, and then you just add .rss. These are public multi-Reddit Twitter lists created by users from different topics like programming, Linux security, cats, etc. Just search one and use it. Use mobile sites if necessary. Most websites have perfectly usable mobile responsive websites. If you use mobile apps, you can use NetGuard to block access to the internet on a per app basis. So depending on your operating system, like Calyx has a built-in firewall, so you can block access to internet apps on a per app basis with its default firewall. So like, for example, if you've got a game that's riddled with ads, you can use the firewall to block access to the internet, and you can continue to play the game without the ads involved at all. RSS is a really neat way of managing subscriptions while saving a lot of time. I urge all bloggers and webmasters to add RSS atom feed to their site and respect their users instead of displaying an ugly, distracting modal asking for an email. There are official and third-party ways to get RSS feeds for various websites. There are good open source feed readers to manage these subscriptions. Use alternative sites apps instead of mobile apps to reduce data leaks. Use RSS for privacy and efficiency. So if we go back to this here, we have a listing for Library, Odyssey, and PeerTube. Twitch I'm not so worried about with the RSS feed thing, but yeah. Gaming, Steam has their different RSS feeds. I believe they have the feed, like some sites do provide an easy to find feed. So if I go to Steam client update log, whatever, and I search for that, I should be able, it should come up momentarily, any moment now. So we get client updates, and it does the thing. And let's see, I believe, where was it? Okay. That's not what I'm wanting. Where was it? Let's go to news. Because I know for quite a bit, Valve had RSS options. Your news, upcoming events, Steam official. Go to Steam Deck News Hub. So see, at the top of the feed, if you've got a specific feed, you can get an RSS link pretty easily. And look, here it is, right here. And it'll have the full text of the blog post inside of there, just like as shown in Newsboat. So if I open it, see, there it is, full text. Another gripe, so like I mentioned other like Fediverse options. I'm pretty sure if we were to go into here, we might be able to find an option for an RSS feed somewhere, maybe. That's not it. Let's pick on this one just for fun. Post. So subscribe to RSS feed. Let's see, I believe they're using, Post uses Pleroma as well. So you've got already a couple options, so you're not looking for... I don't understand this. I mean, I guess it allows for ease of like, you gotta fill in the blanks yourself, whereas the front ends provide their own way of filling in the blanks, so you don't have to think about it. Anyway. So if I were to go into Smoogamine, I guess the default Pleroma front end doesn't seem to have a, you know, good way of providing that, but depending on your front end, you can find an RSS feed pretty easily, obviously. So the other thing that is PeerTube. PeerTube makes it really freaking easy. I don't know why, like, literally you just say click this link and be done. Like, click link here, done, gone. So if we go back, we can go to public profile, and even back here, subscribe to RSS feed recently added. It's a link right here. Which type do you want? JSON, Media, RSS, or Atom? I go to a profile. I go here. We go to that here. No, well, come on, buddy. So I could go to, no, it won't show it for me, but if I showed a profile, subscribe via RSS, subscribe with your local account. Let's see. Let me actually go to recently added. Now I can go to, say, that one. Again, subscribe via RSS feed. And it's all right here. So that one, Exodite, and I could add that to Newsboat and it would be able to pull it up just fine. And I think finally, let's double make sure. So like, actually, let's go piped.video. So maybe I've got a different YouTube front end that I'm using and I want to avoid YouTube altogether so that I wouldn't even have to use the YouTube thing over here. Buddy, come on. Okay, so finally loaded. But let's see, let's just pick that one. Give it a second. We might go look at Odyssey real quick. And I'm pretty sure Odyssey even has the option to pick on channels as RSS feeds. Let's go look for this. Following. Copy RSS URL. Like, not hard. Honestly, you could add anything to your feed. A lot of things support it. If it's more privacy oriented or freedom oriented, then it's going to be able to pretty much support it, I think. Let's look for Invidious while that is thinking again still. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Okay, so while we're waiting to see if any piped instance wants to load, we'll pick on NVIDIA or Invidious. Let's use the Garuda Linux one, actually. Okay, cool. Look at that. Wow, that's so nice. Look at that. Let's try that one. That one loads up so much nicer. Look, RSS feed through piped even. So you can get it through there. So if you want a more privacy respecting front end, you can do that even. And you'll probably be able to run it through MPV. So if we go back to trending here, we can go to the chosen and subscribe to it as an RSS feed again, and it'll work just fine. There are an important number of options for RSS feeds for many of the sites that you use, and they provide RSS feeds right built in. It's just some of these larger ones that don't do it for you, so you need like a front end for Twitter or something different for Twitter. And even then, like depending on your front end, you're going to have an easy to get RSS feed, put it into your feed reader, and then you're off to the races. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description, Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.